Welcome back to In Focus Kentucky. I'm Mario Anderson. On today's episode, November's midterm elections are just days away, with many local and statewide offices that are up for grabs throughout the state of Kentucky. And joining me now to explain more is Cindy Heine and Jennifer Jackson, both from the Kentucky League of Women Voters. Thank you both for joining us here on the program.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Absolutely. And Cindy, we'll talk with you first. For viewers that aren't aware of what the League of Women Voters is, explain that to us.
The League of Women Voters, excuse me, the League of Women Voters is a national organization. It is comprised of women and men. It's been around since 1920. It was created right at the time that women got the right to vote with the 19th Amendment in 1920. And our main purpose is to inform voters, and our kind of mantra is making democracy work.
And Jennifer, you are the Voter Services Chair for the Lexington League of Women Voters. So first, talk about your role in that particular position, but also as we get closer to Election Day, before you can actually get to the polling location, there has to be a plan of getting there and all the different moving parts before that. So explain about both of those items.
Yeah, so I've been in charge of kind of organizing us getting out into the community. We've really had a big push this year to engage people. So we've been having booths at a lot of the local festivals, and so like the Woodland Art Fair and those different places to really connect with people. And I love that you mentioned that you need a plan to vote, because that's really important, because the polls are open for 12 hours, so from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And you know, people have busy days. They have to go to work, or they have children. So you really need to think about, like, okay, am I going to go to the polls before work? Am I going to go during my lunch break? Or am I going to go after work? What am I going to do? My kids are out of school. Am I going to be able to take them with me to the polls? Do I need to get a babysitter? You know, so there's a lot of moving parts that people need to think about.
And where do you suggest for people to go when they are trying to figure out, I know where my address is, but I'm not sure where I actually go to vote. Where do you recommend for people to go online to learn that information, but also what should people be bringing to the actual polling locations?
So the Secretary of State has a great website. It's called Go Vote Kentucky, so govoteky.com. And you can go there and you can put in your address, and it'll bring up your particular polling station, and it'll also tell you which races that you're going to be voting in. You can even get like a sample ballot to kind of see what it's going to look like when you're there. When you go to the polling place, and you need to make sure that you bring an ID with you, and you know, you may have to wait in line, but it's really important to stay there until you're able to cast your vote.
And Cindy, I know that you were sharing with me that the League of Women Voters has hosted several candidate forums throughout the state of Kentucky. So talk about the undertaking of hosting these, planning and then hosting, and then just communicating about these types of forums.
Well, one of the things that's really important, we think, is for citizens to learn about the candidates in ways that aren't just sound bites. So we host forums. We ask questions that pertain to their office, so people can go to our website and they can see all of the forums that we've conducted. The second thing that we've done this year is we've participated in Vote411.org, which is an online voter guide. And we invite candidates to answer questions, and it's a nice way to see side by side two candidates and compare their answers. So folks can go to Vote411.org and learn about candidates in Jefferson County and in Fayette County.
And I also want to add that you can view all of those videos and have a link to Vote411.org on our website, and that's lwvlexington.com, so League of Women Voters Lexington.com.
Well, we really appreciate both of you all for joining us here on In Focus Kentucky.
Well, thank you.
Thanks so much for watching In Focus Kentucky. You can watch this episode along with the candidate interview featuring Democratic congressional candidate Amy McGrath online right now at spectruminfocus.com. And don't forget, you can also keep up with updates about this show by following me on social media. Until next time, have a great week.